Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be taking you guys on arithmetic of number base, which is a subtopic in number base system. This aspect is subdivided into 4 different categories, which are addition of number base, subtraction of number base, multiplication of number base, and division of number base. In the first aspect, which is addition of number base, I will be teaching you guys on how to add 2 different number base together. In the second aspect, which is subtraction of number base, I will be teaching you guys on how to subtract 2 different number base together. In the third aspect, which is multiplication of number base, I will be teaching you guys on how to multiply 2 different number base together. And in the last aspect, which is division of number base, I will be teaching you guys on how to divide 2 different number base together. Now let's move to the next stage, which is the rules of arithmetic of number base. In this case, we have 3 different rules on how to solve problem regarding arithmetic of number base. Number 1, ensure that the bases of the digits are equal. For example, if I want to add 2 different digits together, I must ensure that these digits are of the same base. For example, the first digit, if it's in base 2, the second digit must be in base 2 before we can add, subtract, multiply, or divide them together. That is for the first rule. That is to say that if the first digit is in base 2 and the second digit is in base 3, that means we cannot solve them together. We cannot add them together. We cannot subtract them together. We cannot divide them together, and we cannot multiply them together. So both digits must be in equal base before we can be able to solve problem regarding arithmetic of number base. Now the second rule says, if the number is less than the base, take the number as the answer. That is to say, after adding or after subtracting or after dividing or after multiplying, if the number is less than the base, let me say if I add 1 plus 1 and I get 2, and the base of the digit is 3, that is to say 2 is less than 3, I have to take that number, which is 2, as the answer, because the number is less than the base. So if the number after adding, after subtracting, after dividing, after multiplying is less than the base, we have to take that number as the answer. The third rule says, if the number is greater or equal to the base, use the base to divide the number, take the remainder as the answer, and move the number to the next digit. That is to say, after adding, after subtracting, after multiplying 2 numbers together, and I found out that the number or the answer is greater or equal to the base. That is to say, if after adding I get 3 and the base of the digit is 2, that is the number which I got, which is 3, is greater than the base, which is 2. I will not put that number as the answer. Rather, I will divide 3 by 2, which is the base. Then I will put the remainder as the answer, and I will move the number to the next digit. Let's take a look at the first stage, which is addition of number base. Like I told you guys earlier, I said I will be teaching you guys how to add 2 different number base together. Here I have 2 different examples, and I will solve them one after the other. Example 1, add 1101 base 2 and 101 base 2. Solution. Number 1, the first thing I need to do is to bring out these 2. They said we should add. That is to say, 1101 base 2 plus 101 base 2. And I will have 1101 base 2 plus 101 base 2. This is how I'm going to position it. The next thing I need to do is to check both digits to know if they are of equal base. The first digit here is in base 2. The second digit is also in base 2. That is to say, both of them are of equal base. Now I start adding. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I will not write 2 down here because 2 is equal to the base, which is 2. Then I will say 2 divided by 2. That is the answer I got from 1 plus 1. divide by the base, which is 2. 2 divided 2 will give me 1 remainder 0. 2 divided 2 will give me 1 remainder 0. Now this remainder here, I will put it as my answer. So I will write 0 here. Then the 1 here, I will take it to the next digit. Now the next digit I have is 0 plus 0, which is 0, plus this 1, which is 1. So since 1 is less than the base, which is 2, then I will take 1 as my answer. We move to the next digit. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then since 2 is equal to the base 2, I will not take that 2 as my answer. So I will divide. I will say 2 over 2 is equal to 1 remainder 0. 2, which is the answer I got from 1 plus 1. Divide by 2, which is the base. And I have 1 remainder 0. Then I take 0 as my answer. Then I will move 1 to the next digit. The next digit says 1 plus nothing. There's nothing here, so we assume it's 0. 1 plus 0 will give me 1. Plus this 1 will give me 2. Since 2 is equal to the base, which is 2, I will not take 2 as my answer. I will repeat the same process. I will say 2 divided by 2, which is 1 remainder 0. Then I will take 0, which is the remainder, as my answer. 0. Then I will move 1 to the next digit. Since we don't have anything else to add, then I will bring this 1 here. Here. Then I will have 1101 in base 2 plus 101 in base 2 is equal to 10010 in base 2. Since both of them, they are in base 2, the answer will also be in base 2. Now the aim of doing all these things is to make sure that at the end of everything, all the digits involved in the answer must be less than the base. If you take a look at this, you will see that 1 is less than 2, 0 is less than 2, 0 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2, and finally 0 is less than 2. Then my final answer will be 1101 base 2 plus 101 base 2 is equal to 10010 base 2. This is my final answer. Let's move to the second example. Example 2. Add 234 and 432 in base 5. The question is telling us that we should add these two both in base 5. That is, this is in base 5 and this is also in base 5. Solution. Example 2. 234 plus 432 both in base 5. The next thing I will do is to confirm if both digits they are of equal base. So this one is in base 5, this one is also in base 5. Then I start adding. 4 plus 2 is 6. I will not write 6 down here as my answer because 6 is greater than the base, which is 5. So I will say 6 divide 5. 6, which is the answer from 4 plus 2, divide by the base, which is 5. So I have 1 remainder 1. I will put the remainder, which is 1, as my answer. 1. Then I will move 1 here to the next digit. The next digit says 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus this one, which is 7. So I will not write 7 down as my answer because 7 is greater than 5, which is the base. So I'll repeat the same process. I will say 7 divided by 5, which is 1 remainder 2. I will take the remainder as my answer, which is 2. Then I will move 1 to the next digit. The next digit says 2 plus 4 is 6, plus this one, which is 7. I will not take 7 as my answer because 7 is greater than the base, which is 5. So I will repeat the same process. I will say 7 divided by 5, which is 1 remainder 2. I will take 2, which is the remainder, as my answer. So I have 2. Then I will take 1 to the next digit. If you take a good look at this, you will know that we don't have anything else to add. Then I will bring this one as the last answer here. All in base 5. Now, if you take a good look at this, you will see that all the digits in the answer, they are all less than the base, which is 5. Now, I have successfully added 2, 3, 4 in base 5 and 4, 3, 2 in base 5, which is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1 in base 5. Then my final answer will be 2, 3, 4 in base 5 plus 4, 3, 2 in base 5, which is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1 in base 5. This is my final answer. Let's take a look at the next stage, which is subtraction of number base. Like I told you guys earlier, in this case, I will be teaching you guys on how to subtract 2 number base. Let's take the first example. Example 1, evaluate 534 base 7 minus 316 base 7. Let's take the solution. 534 base 7 minus 316 base 7. If you take a good look at this, you will notice that both digits are of the same base. Now I start. 4 minus 6, I'm subtracting, so I use minus sign. 4 minus 6 is not possible. Then the next thing I will do is to borrow 1 from here down to this place. Normally in our normal subtraction, if I borrow 1 from here down here, this becomes 14. Then this one becomes 2. That is for the normal subtraction. But for number base, the method is quite different. So now let's listen up and see what I have to say. If I borrow 1 from here, this becomes 2. Now the one I'm taking down here will not make this 14. Any one I borrow, I'm borrowing the base. For this one, I'm taking 1 out of here, it becomes 7 because 7 is the base. So I will add that 7 to 4, which will make it 11, not 14. This one is quite different. This is number base and the method is somehow different. So I borrow 1 from 3, 3 becomes 2. Now the one I'm taking to this one normally is supposed to be 14. But since I'm dealing with number base, I'm borrowing 1. That 1 becomes 7, which is the base. Now taking 1 to 4, I am adding it to 4, not putting it in front of 4. So adding 7 to 4, it becomes 11. So I will say 11 minus 6 will give me 5. Now since 5 is less than the base 7, I will write 5. The reason why I'm putting down 5 is because 5 is less than the base, which is 7. I will move to the next digit. The next digit, this 3 now becomes 2. The next digit is 2 minus 1, which is 1. Now 1 is less than the base, which is 7, and I put it down. Then we move to the last digit. 5 minus 3, which is 2. 2 is less than the base, which is 7. I put 2 here. So this one will be in base 7. Now the aim is to make sure that all the digits, they are all less than the base. My final answer will be 534 base 7 minus 316 base 7 is equal to 215 base 7. Now I have successfully subtracted, or I have successfully evaluated 534 minus 316. Both in base 7 gives me 215 base 7. Let's take a look at the second example. Example 2. Subtract 2112 base 5 from 3014 base 5. Now we have solution. number 2. From this question, what they ask us to do, they said subtract. Another word for subtract is remove. So they said remove 2112 base 5 from 3014 base 5. For example, if I say remove 2 from 5, I'm equally saying you should do 5 minus 2. That is what I am equally saying. 5 minus 2. So they say remove 2112 base 5 from 3014 base 5. They are equally telling us to evaluate 3014 base 5 minus 2112 base 5. So this one will stay on top, while this one will stay below. So here we have 3014 base 5 minus 2112 base 5. So the question says we should remove this from this. So this one will stay up, this one will stay down. So here I have minus sign. 4 minus 2 is 2. So since 2 is less than the base, which is 5, I'll put it down. 2. I move to the next digit. 1 minus 1, which is 0. Since 0 is less than the base, I'll put it down. The next digit, 0 minus 1 is not possible. So I will borrow 1 from the next digit, which is 3. If I borrow 1 from 3, this 3 becomes 2. If I borrow 1 from 3, 3 becomes 2. Now, taking that 1 to the next digit, which is 0, normally it's supposed to be 10 for our normal method. But for number base, I am borrowing 1. That 1 becomes the base, which is 5. So I will say 5 plus 0. Please, not 50. Don't put it in front of 0 and say 50. You add 5, which is the one I'm borrowing here, plus 0, which is 5. So 5 minus 1, which is 4. Since 4 is less than the base, which is 5, I'll put 4. I'll move to the next digit. So the next digit here, this one is 2. 3 now is remaining 2. So I'll say 2 minus 2, which is 0. Since 2 minus 2 gives me 0, I'm supposed to put 0 here. But in maths, there's nothing like 0402. A number does not start with 0. So instead, I will leave this like this. But assuming I have, let's say, 3 minus 2, which is 1, then I'll put 1 here, because 1 is less than the base 5. But since I have 2 minus 2, which is supposed to be 0, though 0 is less than the base, which is 5, I'm supposed to put 0 here. But in maths, like I said, a number does not start with 0. So we have 402, then we have base 5. So now, my final answer will be 3014 base 5 minus 2112 base 5 is equal to 402 base 5. This is my final answer. Now, I have successfully evaluated 3014 minus 2112, both in base 5, to give me 402 base 5. If you take a good look at this answer, you will notice that all the digits involved, they are all less than the base. Okay guys, we've come to the end of today's lesson. In this topic, which is the arithmetic of number base, we've done the first and second part, which is the addition and subtraction of number base. And in my next video, I'll be taking you guys on the third and fourth part, which is the multiplication and division of number base. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. Like and share my videos. If you have any questions, kindly put it in the comment section and I'll reply you as soon as I can. See you guys next week. Bye.